You wake up, not excited, not motivated, just heavy. First thing you do, you grab your phone, bad move, because in 3 seconds, your brain gets hit with a reality that feels like a punch. They're ahead. Someone your age just made money. Someone just bought a car. Someone just figured it out. And you? Still refreshing, still searching, still stuck in the same place. You don't say it out loud, but you feel it. I'm falling behind. And the worst part, you don't even know what you're doing wrong. Intense whisper tone. But here's the twist. What if you're not losing? What if this whole time you've been playing a game that was designed for you to stay stuck? You keep scrolling. One more reel, one more post, one more reminder that everyone else seems ahead, same age, better life, car keys, money screenshots, smiles that look certain, and something inside you shifts. Not motivation, pressure. You start questioning everything. What am I doing wrong? Why am I so late? How did they get there so fast? No clear answers, so you push harder, wake up earlier, work longer, say yes to everything. Still, nothing moves. That's the frustrating part. You're not lazy, you're not careless, you're trying, but it feels like running on a treadmill. Full speed, zero progress, and slowly, it gets heavier. Not loud, quiet, a constant weight in your chest, like time is slipping, like you missed something important. And now you're paying for it. You watch people move forward, while you stay in the same place. Different day, same feeling. And then the thought hits you. Maybe I'm just behind. Maybe I'm not enough. Maybe this is it. But that's not the truth. The truth is harder to see. Because no one says it out loud. You're not late. You're not slow. You're not failing. You're following a path that was never built for you to win. Think about it. Who told you what success looks like? Who decided the timeline you're chasing? Graduate by this age. Get a job by that age. Start earning by then. Settle down right on schedule. Sounds normal, right? That's the point. It feels normal because you've heard it your whole life. Parents, teachers, society. Everyone repeating the same script. Until it stops feeling like a choice and starts feeling like a rule. But pause for a second. Did you ever sit down and choose this path? Did you question it? Or did you just follow it because that's what everyone else was doing? That's where things start to break. You're chasing a version of success that was handed to you, not created by you. So every step you take feels off. Every win feels empty. Every delay feels like failure. Not because you're doing something wrong, but because you're moving in a direction that doesn't belong to you. And when you follow someone else's blueprint, you also inherit their timeline, their pace, their priorities, their definition of being ahead. So of course it feels like you're behind. You're comparing your real life to a path that was never designed for you. That's the trap. Not laziness, not lack of effort, misalignment. You're measuring your life with someone else's scoreboard. And no matter how hard you try, you'll always feel like you're losing because it's not your game. And the moment you see that, everything shifts. You're not behind. You were just playing the wrong game all along. From the moment you were born, a path was already waiting for you. Not written down, not explained, just expected. You go to school, sit still, raise your hand. Memorize what matters to the test, not to your life. You learn how to follow instructions, how to stay in line, how to get approval. You don't learn how money works. You don't learn how to think independently. You don't learn how to build something of your own. But you do learn one thing very well, how to fit in. Then it continues. Graduate, pick something safe, get a degree. Now you're told you're ready. Ready for what? A job. So you trade your time for money. Hour by hour, day by day, 5 days working, 2 days recovering, waiting for weekends, waiting for holidays, waiting for a life that never fully arrives, and it becomes a loop. Wake up, work, scroll, sleep, again, again, again. Years start moving faster, but your life feels like it's standing still. Here's what no one points out. You were never trained to be free. You were trained to be useful, useful to a system that rewards consistency, not creativity, obedience, not ownership, stability, not growth. So you stay busy, always doing something, always tired, but rarely moving forward. Because effort inside the wrong system still leads to the same place. And then comes the trap. Comfort, a stable paycheck, predictable routine, just enough to survive, and not question anything. It feels safe, no big risks, no big losses. But no real progress either. Days turn into years, and slowly, without realizing it, you settle, not because you wanted to, but because the system made it easy to. That's why it feels like you're stuck, because you were placed inside a structure where movement doesn't equal freedom. You can work harder, you can stay disciplined, you can do everything right, and still end up in the same place. Because the rules were never designed to get you out. They were designed to keep you in. Let me show you something. 2 people, same age, same background, same starting line, no advantage, no special connections, just 2 different choices. Person A played it safe, did what they were told, went to school, got good grades, chose the secure path. They followed the rules perfectly, got a job, a steady paycheck, predictable routine. Every morning, same alarm, every week, same schedule. They worked hard, showed up on time, stayed late when needed, did everything right. From the outside, it looked solid, stable, respectable, safe. But under the surface, nothing really changed. Income stayed capped, time stayed limited, growth stayed slow. Years passed, but their life moved in small circles. Now person B. They didn't feel comfortable following the same path. Something felt off, so they started questioning things. Why does money work this way? Why is time always limited? Is there another way? They didn't have clear answers, just curiosity, so they started learning. Not for exams, but for life. They picked up skills, tried different things, failed more than they expected, lost time, lost money, felt lost. There were moments it looked like they made the wrong choice, no stability, no clear direction. While person A looked like they had it all figured out, that's the part most people judge, the beginning. Where person B looks behind, where everything feels uncertain, but they kept going, kept learning, kept building, slowly. Something started to shift, their skills improved, their thinking changed, they stopped trading time and started creating value. Then one day, it clicked. Not overnight success, just momentum. Their work started paying them back. Even when they weren't working, opportunities started showing up, freedom started growing, and then everything flipped. Person A, still working, still trading time, still waiting for someday. Person B, now in control, more time, more options, more freedom. Not because they worked harder, but because they played a different game. Same start, 2 paths. One followed the system, the other questioned it, and that made all the difference. And this is the part that hits the hardest, because now you start seeing it. It was never just about effort, never just about being smart. It was about direction, and no one told you that. So you gave your time, your energy, your focus. You stayed consistent, you stayed disciplined. You did everything right, and still, something feels off. You're moving, but not getting closer. You're working, but not getting free. That's the part that breaks you, because you can't even blame yourself anymore. And then the thought creeps in. What if nothing changes? What if this is it? You wake up, years later. Same routine, same stress, same quiet frustration you learned to ignore. Only difference, you're older now, more tired, less hopeful, and deeper inside a life you never really chose. That's not negativity. That's what happens when years pass inside the wrong direction, and deep down, you feel it. If nothing changes now, nothing will change later. And then, something clicks. Not loud, not dramatic, just a quiet realization that changes everything. You stop trying to run faster, because you finally see it. Speed was never the problem. Direction was. All this time, you were pushing harder, on a path that leads nowhere. So you pause. For the first time, you step back and actually think, What am I really chasing and why? That's when the shift begins. You realise more effort won't fix this. More hours won't fix this. Blind hustle won't fix this. You need a different approach, a different way of thinking. Because once you see the system, you stop reacting to it. You stop following it blindly. You start questioning everything. How can I make money without selling all my time? What skill actually has value in the real world? What can I build that grows even when I stop? These questions change you. They wake something up. And slowly, you stop feeling stuck. Not because everything is solved, but because now you're finally moving in the right direction. If you want to stop feeling behind, you can't keep playing by the same rules, because those rules, they were never built for your freedom, so you change them. First, stop chasing approval, stop trying to look successful, start becoming valuable, because the world doesn't pay you for effort, it pays you for value. The more problems you can solve, the more you grow. Second, build skills that actually pay, not just degrees, not just theory. Real skills, skills that people need, skills that can scale, something you can use anywhere, anytime, without asking permission. Third, start thinking differently about time. Stop trading hours for money. Start building something once that pays you again and again. That's leverage. That's how you break the cycle. And here's the truth most people ignore. Comparison is killing you. You're looking at someone else's results without seeing their journey. You're judging your beginning against someone else's peak. That's why it feels like you're behind, but you're not. You're just early in your process. And if you wake up now, really wake up, you're not late, you're right on time. One day, it's all going to click. Not all at once, but piece by piece. You'll start connecting everything. The confusion, the delays, the nights you felt lost. They weren't random. They were shaping you. They were forcing you to question, to think, to wake up. Because most people never do. Most people stay busy, but never aware. They follow the path, without ever asking where it leads. But you stopped. You felt the gap. You noticed something was off. And that awareness, that uncomfortable feeling, that's your advantage. Because now you see it. You see the system. You see the pattern. You see the trap. And once you see it, you can't go back. You can't pretend anymore. You can't live on autopilot. Now it's a choice. Keep following the same path, hoping things change, or step out of it and create your own. It won't be easy. It won't be certain, but it will be yours. So ask yourself, are you going to keep playing a game that was never meant for you to win? Or are you finally ready to build one where you do?